Hello, hello, hello. All right. How many of you out there have already started not doing your New Year's resolutions? Let's see. We worked out this morning, cleaned up my house, got the Christmas tree down, all the best of intentions, right? The best of intentions. Well, I hope everyone's doing great. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Could not get here fast enough. I have big high hopes for 2024. I think we're going to see a change in our country. Let's hope and pray. And I think that we're seeing a little bit better economic news, not economic news, but we're seeing that the Fed is going to start loosening on these interest rates. We see that, you know, we're just going to see some better news for real estate. But let me tell you what that means. When rates come down, that means prices go up. All right. So when the rates were super low, that's when we got into an inventory shortage and the prices of houses were skyrocketing. As rates come down, as rates come down, prices will go up. So we've kind of got this perfect storm, y'all, of about the next, I'm going to say 3 to 6 months, where we'll see some rate cuts, we'll see some rates come down, but we're going to stop seeing it being a seller's market. I really, a buyer's market. I think we're going to start seeing it be a seller's market again. And depending on what side of the coin you're on, that's good. But I'm here to tell you in the next probably the next 4 to 6 months, now is the time to strike. So one of mine and my husband's New Year's resolutions is that we're going to buy one property a month, one a month for the next 12 months. It's like a one a day vitamin, one property a month. And he literally said to me, I guess it was on the 31st, he goes, I'm your new biggest client. And actually, we are my new biggest client. So I started this morning, looking at properties. I'm looking at multi-doors. Guys, there are so many ways to finance a property now. Hey, Kristen, how are you in Arizona? There are so many ways to finance a property now, right? There's a lot of equity sitting out there, and owners are willing to do owner financing. Why? Because they want to yield more money. I'm about to put a listing on the market up in Denton, Texas. James and I own it, and I'm going to offer. We own it free and clear. $400,000. I'm going to offer owner financing on it. Why? I don't want to take all the money right now. I don't need the money. I'd rather make 6 or 7% on it for 3 years. Okay, there's a lot of people just like us who are willing to, and the only reason, guys, I'm not keeping the property is because I want everything we own. I want to own in Bell or Williamson County. So anything that we own that is not in this geographical area, we're selling. All right, I'm going to sell those properties to put money into these properties. So I'm going to Denton tomorrow, so that I can get the sign up in the yard and do all of that. But you guys will see it on social media. Ooh, send you the info. I will send you the info, Kristen. It's a great house. Anyways, and it's right by Texas Women's College. So it's, it checks all the boxes. I just don't want to be a landlord that far away. But what are you going to do for yourself? Do you know 90% of all wealthy people hold their assets in real estate? 90% of wealth is held in real estate. And I don't know about you, but I look at my portfolios, and where I have the majority of my money is sitting in real estate. All right. That's the place to be. That's the play. So, another really great program, I said, in my intro, I said, government programs. Not that I'm a big fan of the government, but now with Fannie Mae, you can get into a 2-door, 3-door, or 4-door multifamily property with only 5% down. Now you need to own or occupy it, but there's a lot of strategies around that, about how you can go from year to year. You can co-sign for a kid. Like, there's lots of ways around. But I want to know, put it in the comments. I'd like info on the Denton property. Okay, great. I can't see who you are because I'm going out to several different streams. So if you could send me a DM on the Denton property, it's $400,000. We just had it redone, new carpet, new everything. That's why we're going up tomorrow to just inspect it and put my sign in the yard. So anyways, um, all of that being said, y'all, all of that being said, what is your goal for 2024 when it comes to real estate? I'm going to buy one a month. What are you going to buy? Other thing I want to know is, are you willing to do the work? You know, sometimes some of these properties are a little bit distressed. Are you willing to get out there and paint the doors, put in some trees, put in some shrubs? Like sometimes it's very little to increase the value of the property. In 2023, made many, many people many millions of dollars. And I'm going to continue to do that in 2024 because I can't buy everything. But I'm so committed to looking at every single property that comes on the market every single day. Like that was my New Year's resolution, is that the first thing I did when I get up in the morning, I'm not going to check Facebook. I'm not going to check all that. I'm going to check the 3 MLSs that I'm a member of. And I'm going to see what's new on the market. Because if I'm going to buy 12 properties this year, I want to be first one to see them, right? I want to get on top of it. And I'll do the same thing for my clients. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do to build your wealth, to build generational wealth? See, I think what we have figured out from the last couple of years is we can't rely on the government. We can't rely on, we can't rely on anything. All we can do is rely on ourselves. And real estate is a way. I can show you how to get in with no money down. I had a big meeting before Christmas with a private equity lender here in Austin. They called me, not the other way around. That was pretty cool. When these guys start calling you, they brought me into their offices in Barton Creek, and they said, we want to work with you. We know you work with a lot of investors. We know you know a lot of people. We can loan people money to get into the house, to close in 15 days if they buy it on foreclosure. If at auction, we can loan the money for the rehab. We can loan the money until they can refinance it, like for 12 months. Because after 12 months, y'all, if you get a private equity loan on the property, sometimes known as hard money, I don't really like the term hard money, but these are pretty easy to qualify for. They have to be non-owner occupied. Okay, that's the big thing with these. They cannot be owner occupied because of the homestead laws in Texas. But they'll loan you the money to get into it. They'll loan you the money for the rehab. They'll let you they'll let it sit on their line for 12 months. And then at that point, you can refinance it with no money down if you've got equity in it with Fannie or Freddie. I spent many years in the mortgage business. Most of you know that, about 12 years. So I know the finance game. I know it inside and out, upside down. And I'm going to play it for myself. You know, what I did not do, I bought a couple properties in 2023, but I did not buy one a month. I can tell you that. Like, that was what James and I said we're going to do. You know, he literally said to me yesterday, have you found us an apartment building yet? Which I'm looking for. So if any of you agents out there that are watching this, if you've got something off market, please dial me up. It needs to be in Bell County, Williamson County, and maybe Travis. I'm not wild about Travis County. But Bell or Williamson, I want to know about it. All of that being said, what commitment are you going to make to yourself? Now, buying 12 properties, like, that's going to be kind of a financial, like, I'm going to have a lot of money to do it. But see, I know ways to get around it. I know ways to get deals put together. And I can show you how to do the very same thing. I can show you how to do the very same thing. Rooftops are where it is at. How many doors? How many doors do you have? Duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, 12, 24, 32. I mean, you know, James told me that in the next 6 months, one of those properties needs to be at least 32 doors. Okay, so, you know, I'm out looking. I'm calling brokers, you know, calling my commercial friends, finding out what they've got coming, right? It's a commitment. Like, building wealth, building generational wealth, building a portfolio is a commitment. You know, are you committed? Like, we need to have the goals that we're committed. Like, we need to be committed to our health. We need to be committed to being happy. We need to be committed to so many things. But you want to build assets that pay you every single month. You know, my dear friend Sharon Lechter, she was the co-author of The Financial Empire of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you got your rich dad and your poor dad. Well, the rich dad figured out how to replace their income with passive income, right? With real estate. I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to replace your current income by investing in real estate. We have money. Money's not a problem. We can get you money. Money is never the issue. Really, it's finding the real estate. And now, so I've put on that cap, right? I've put on the cap of I'm going to go find every piece of real estate that's for sale, and I'm going to underwrite it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna be able to tell you what the cap rate is. And what's a cap rate? A cap rate is what your money is earning. Okay, so if it's a 5 cap, a 6 cap, an 8 cap, a 10 cap, which those are very hard to find, by the way, for the record. If it's a 5 cap, that means your money's earning 5%. Okay, but that's fine as long it isn't even that you have to make a lot of money sometimes on the cash flow. In 3 years, what if you can sell it and you make 20 or 30% on that investment? The only money you're really out is your down payment money, and I can show you how to minimize that. It's a fun, exciting game. Like, I got up this morning, I got ready, and I just started like through all of the MLSs, and I thought, like, I'm doing this for me, but I will tell you, I've already identified about 7 properties. I can't buy all 7 of them. I can buy one a month. That's our goal. So I've got properties I've got identified. I've identified a couple things that are off market by calling some friends of mine. So anyways, if you're wanting to get in the game, if you want to have a serious conversation about getting in the game, about building generational wealth, about replacing your current income, whatever that may be. I mean, the best day in the world was the day that I didn't have to work for the man anymore. Okay. Greatest day in the world. It's terrible having to get up and report to somebody else. And real estate is really the only thing that it's so exciting. Like, it's so exciting because anybody can do it. We have DCCR loans. We've got all kinds of things. Like, you don't even have to have credit sometimes. The property just has to have enough cash flow to pay for itself and to hit certain ratios within the lending guidelines. Again, I know all the programs. Are you over 62 years old? Have you thought about a reverse mortgage? Is your house paid for? Doing a reverse mortgage and then taking that money that you don't have to pay back. Don't worry about leaving it to your kids. That you don't have to pay back, putting it into another property, and that property cash flows. And now that becomes income to you. Income. With inflation and what's going on in the world, you need to create more income. You need to create income and assets that are making money for you while you sleep. And I don't know anything that does that with very low risk except for real estate. You can put it in stocks, you can put it in a lot of things, but guys and gals, there's risk, right? But in real estate, as long as you buy in the right location, location. Those are the top 3. Number 4 is how many doors can you get? And after that, doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. Because the rest of it, we can make up for. So put it in the chat. Oh, committed, Ashley, let's go. Put it in the chat if you are committed. Even if this year in 2024, if on this date, what is today, the 3rd or the 2nd? You'd think I'd know. Today's only the 2nd. It's the 2nd day of January. So are you committed to buy a piece of property, to go out there to build your empire? To build your empire. I can show you how to do it. I can show you where to get the money. Guys, it isn't hard. I promise you, some of the brokest people with the worst credit on planet Earth I've seen get loans. Okay? Get houses, get properties. And the government's starting to make it easier and easier. I can't even believe those words just came out of my mouth. But there are a few programs out there right now that will help you get into the game. And even if you can't get in the game today, you have to start making a game plan, to get into the game. Because if you can do that, then you can start building your empire. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of my community, all the people that follow me and I will show you how to do it. I'm going to come on. I'm going to teach. Oh, I love this. I wish I could see, it says Facebook, committed. Not everybody I can see. All it says is Facebook user. So if you make a comment, will you put in who your name is so that I can see you? But I want to help you. I want to help you build your empire. I want to teach you. I want to show you. I wish I would have known these things at 30 years old. I mean, I owned real estate at 30 years old, but I mean, I could be probably a billionaire by now if I would have taken some of the principles that I know now back then, when all I was buying was houses for ourselves, right? We weren't buying investment properties and multifamily and apartments and things like that. So anyways, I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. Just expect to be seeing a lot of me. I'm going to be out on properties. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. Like I said, I can't buy all of them. I wish I could, but I'm going to be so in the middle of it that if it's something that you are looking to do, let's have a conversation, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to get into the game. So I hope you all have a happy, happy, happy day. Let's start 2024 right. Let's make a big, audacious goal. Okay. I'm, I'm not a fitness coach. I'm not here to tell you to go to the gym every day. Wish I was, although I did commit. I'm going to go to Pilates 5 days a week. I've been pretty good about that over the last than you to invest in. So let's do that together. Shoot me a text, DM me, and I look forward to helping you build your empire. Bye, everybody.